When the ban of Shaymin EX was first announced, there were a lot of mixed feelings on this. Some people thought Scoop Up Net should have been banned. Other people thought the ban was okay. And whether or not you like the ban of Shaymin EX or not, I'm pretty sure you thought one thing. And this one thing was that the notorious Donk was finally dead. The deck that was played on Expanded Ladder for so long, that was so toxic and infuriating because it didn't let you play the game, was finally over, and you could finally go take your Archie's deck, your Ultra Necrozma deck safely on ladder, and choosing to go second without having to bench a second Pokemon onto your bench in order to win the game. However, unfortunately, Donk is far from dead, even without Shaymin EX. Now, this is the list that a friend of mine, VicMan14618, who also won the 150 subscriber giveaway on the channel, posted in his Discord the day that Shaymin was banned, and he said Donk was far from dead. Now, when I first looked at his list, I was not convinced at all that Donk was still alive. I thought that without Shaymin EX's ability that allowed you to draw until you had 6 cards in your hand, there was no possible way you could draw through your entire deck and hit the numbers needed for a fast raid to take KOs turn 1. However, when I finally played this deck, I discovered that I was very wrong. Now, the replacement for Shaymin in this deck is Dragonite-EX. Dragonite-EX allows us to put 2 basic Pokemon from our discard pile into our hand. Now, what Pokemon do we put from our discard pile into our hand? Well, that Pokemon is Unown. Unown is not unknown. Funny, get it? Unown is not unknown to Donk. It was played before Shaymin was rotated, but now it is even more valuable in the deck because we can use Dragonite-EX to recover this and keep drawing 2 cards until we see the one we need. Farewell Letter allows us to discard Unown into our discard pile, draw 1 card, and that's sort of the engine that we've got going for us. In addition to Unown, we also play 2 Dedenne-GX, 2 Crobats, because we definitely do need to draw cards early game. Normally, we do want to start spamming Dragonites in the late game once we've used our Dedenne-GX and Crobats. We play 4 of Zigzagoon to reach numbers that we need to KO our opponents. Things like EXs, GXs that only have like 180 HP. We can reach those numbers using Headbutt Tantrum, which allows us to put den damage counters on any of our opponent's Pokemon. Now, we do only play 1 of Pheromosa-GX. I did cut 1 from Vic's original list and put in a custom catcher. I felt like I just needed 1 more dig card in this deck to make it work. And we do only play 1 of Pheromosa-GX. This does mean that if we prize Pheromosa-GX and our opponent starts with a high HP Pokemon that we can't just KO with Zigzagoons, we do lose the game. But the point of Donk is to get fast wins, and if we prize Pheromosa-GX, it's like, alright, cool, scoop the game, next game, and onward. So just playing 1 Pheromosa is fine in my opinion. You're not going to take this deck to a tournament or anything like that, I hope. If you do take this deck to a tournament, you're either mentally insane or you should definitely put in a second Pheromosa-GX. We do play 1 of Exeggcute to help us conserve our resources more. Utilizing Quick Ball, we do need to discard a card, and sometimes that card can be pretty valuable, so we utilize Exeggcute to be able to just be that card that we discard. We can continuously use Propagation, which is sort of overpowered, so Exeggcute definitely very good in this deck from personal experience. We do play 4 Bicycles because we need that draw power, as well as 1 custom catcher. I could see the custom catcher count going up to 2 maybe, but 1 has felt fine so far. This allows us to draw until we have 3 cards in our hand. Since we only do play 1, we don't have access to the second effect, but 1 has been feeling fine for me. We do play 1 Dowsing Machine. Now, normally you would see Scoop Up Cyclone in this deck, and that might even be a better option than Dowsing Machine, but personally, I like having options to things like Bicycles and Roller Skates. If we just play Scoop Up Cyclone, we wouldn't have access to that. We would only be able to Scoop Up Cyclone something like a Dragonite, and also playing Dowsing Machine is sort of like Scoop Up Cyclone that allows us to recover a Scoop Up Net. So in a sense, I feel like Dowsing Machine just gives us more options than Scoop Up Cyclone does, so that's the reason we're playing that. We play 1 of Hypnotoxic Laser. This adds 10 more damage because of poison. We play 4 PlusPower, 4 Quick Ball, 4 Recycles. Recycles are very important in this deck. This allows us to potentially use another PlusPower. With Recycle, we can play up to 5 PlusPowers, or actually no, up to 8 PlusPowers in a game, which is pretty unlikely, but it's definitely possible, and it's very cool when you do. We play 4 roller skates because we just need to, because with Shaymin out, we do just need to draw a lot of cards. So we do play 4 of a lot of drawing options. We play 4 Scoop Up Nets, 4 Super Scoop Up, pretty straightforward, 4 Trainers Mail, 2 Ultra Ball because we don't need 4. The 2-4 split of Quick Ball and Ultra Ball has felt fine. No need to really up the Ultra Ball count because Quick Ball already searches out everything. Ultra Ball sort of functions as just another way to thin out our hand nicely, and acts as an additional way to search as well. We do play 2 Sky Field because we need more than 5 bench spaces to win with this deck, and we also play 1 of the new supporter from Vivid Voltage, Beauty. This allows us to draw 2 cards going first, which is really huge because Shaymin is gone. Again, we do need a lot of draws, so Beauty is a really good card in the late game when we've sort of exhausted our Dedennes and Crobats. Seeing Beauty just allows us to draw into 2 more cards that we desperately need. And yeah, Beauty definitely very good in this deck. We play 1 of Muscle Band. Just to again reach those numbers, 1 of U-Turn Board as a way to retreat our Crobats or Dedennes that we might start in the active. I would consider switching this out with the Float Stone, but U-Turn Board might technically be better because we can attach it to something like Zigzagoon, and once we Scoop Up Net Zigzagoon, we get this back into our hand, and then we can attach it to something else. So U-Turn Board in theory is pretty good. We play 1 of Beast Energy to boost our Pheromosa-GX's damage by 30, and we play 1 of Grass Energy just in case we prize our Beast Energy. And this is the brand new Donk list that I have for you guys without Shaymin EX. And with all of that being said, let's hop into some games. Alright, so hopping into our first game with Donk against Nat Cert 123. We are going first. We unfortunately had to start with Zigzagoon, but fortunately our opponent did start with an Oddish, so the chances of us winning this game are very high. Gonna start off with the Hypnotoxic Laser here. Does hit heads, that doesn't really make a difference, to be honest. Gonna play the Trainers Mail here. Just go for the roller skates, I think. I don't think we're ever gonna get down to enough cards to use Recycle. Don't have a lot of cards I want to Scoop Up Net with, so I'm just gonna go with the roller skates here. Play the roller skates, see if it hits heads. Does hit heads, let's see what we draw into. And Unown is nice. Rest of this hand not looking too good, unfortunately. Definitely can play the Recycles, try to get back that Trainer's Mail. It does hit heads. We're definitely looking for some way to search out a Pheromosa-GX or a Quick Ball or something like that. There's the Trainer's Mail that we just put on back on top. There is the Quick Ball, that is great. Because our opponent's Oddish only does have 50 HP, we can just go ahead and look for the Pheromosa-GX. There it is, and now we only need an Energy and a Zigzagoon Ping, or just the Beast Energy to work with in order to take a dub. Quick, easy dub against our opponent's Eggrow deck, I think. Actually, we already have the Scoop Up Net, so I think we're looking really good here. I think I'm just gonna play the Recycle. Yeah, not really a reason not to. Play the Recycle. That's Flip Tails. Let's play the Bicycle. Now we're just digging for that energy card. There's or we could actually theoretically donk this with just the Zigzagoon Pings. We also do want to keep that in mind. This does hit heads. That's really nice. So we can put 10 more damage on the opponent's Oddish. Quick Ball away the Dragonite and we could go for a Zigzagoon, or we could go for a Crobat here. We have 4 search options left in the deck, so I'm feeling pretty confident if we just take the Zigzagoon here, we will be fine and have a high chance of hitting another Zigzagoon and winning the game that way. And we can even just hit a Scoop Up Net or potential heads on Super Scoop Up in order to win this game. So let's just go with the day change here, see what we draw into. There is the other Zigzagoon we were talking about, and now all we have to do is hit the almighty done button. Our opponent's going to take 10 damage from poison, and we're going to take a dub with Donk in this first one, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, so hopping into our next game with Donk against Vince O. We are going first, which is great. Our opponent started with Tapu Lele GX, so 170 HP, not ideal, but we definitely can reach those numbers. So gonna start off by benching the Pheromosa-GX, playing down the Zigzagoon, gonna ping our opponent's active Pokemon for 10 damage, play the Super Scoop Up here, does hit Tails unfortunately, so probably just gonna Scoop Up Net to Zigzagoon and then play the Recycle and then Crobat for 5. That feels optimal. Holding on to the Quick Ball feels pretty nice, so in case we need it, we can go for the Dedenne-GX. Play the Recycle, hits Tails unfortunately, so sort of coin flips aren't looking too good so far, but these draws are looking really nice. Alright, we have the Sky Field already, played a PlusPower, we've played one PlusPower, played a Roller Skates, hits Heads, which is great. Play down the Zigzagoon, ping our opponent's active Pokemon for 10 damage, throw down this Quick Ball, I think, before we Bicycle. We could just grab a Dedenne-GX here, or we could go a little bit more risky and not grab a Dedenne-GX, and let's say we're just going to draw into another Quick Ball. So just going to Quick Ball with its Trainer Mail. Do I want to grab the Dedenne-GX now, or not? I could just go for another Zigzagoon, then Bicycle for 3, and then Trainers Mail, we see 7 cards. That is a lot of cards, so I think I'm just going to grab a Zigzagoon here. Play a little bit risky here, going to ping our opponent's active. Play the Bicycle, draw 3. 2 Scoop Up Nets is alright. Play the Trainer's Mail. I'm sort of getting punished here. We have to Scoop Up Net our active Unown now. And this Unown has to get us something like a Dedenne-GX or some way to draw cards if we want to stay in this one. So there's a Quick Ball. Alright, thank goodness. Not entirely punished quite yet. Our Unown got us out of that tough one. So I'm gonna play the PlusPower. We've played 2 PlusPower so far. Scoop Up Net the Zigzagoon. Zigzagoon again for 10 more damage, and then we're gonna go with the Dedenne-GX. Now at this point in the game, we can start going for those Dragonite spams. It does. Our Roller Skates hits Tails unfortunately. I'm gonna go with the Trainer's Mail, gonna take the Quick Ball I think. Now how much damage are we hitting against our opponent? We're hitting 60, 70, 80, so we need 4 more damage counters on our opponent's active Pokemon, which actually seems like something that's sort of hard to do right now because we're down both of our draw Pokemon, and we still have quite a bit left in deck, I guess, but definitely gonna be sort of a stretch, I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna go with the Farewell Letter here, draw 1 card. There's a PlusPower, so we've played 3 PlusPowers, yeah, 3 in the discard pile. So not gonna do that yet. Gonna go with the Dragonite-EX here, recover these 2 Unowns, and then start drawing cards one by one. So just gonna go with this Farewell Letter here. See what we draw into. There's the Custom Catcher. That's not bad. I'm gonna go with this Unown. Farewell Letter again. See what we draw into. There's a Super Scoop Up. That's not bad either. Play the Trainer's Mail now. Nothing too great to work with, unfortunately. Gonna take the Recycle. I think that's the only viable option, to be honest. Play the Super Scoop Up on what? Start off with the Recycle. Does hit Tails, unfortunately. Gonna have to go with the Super Scoop Up now. That hits Tails as well. Things just got really awkward. I'm gonna Custom Catcher for 1. There's a Dowsing Machine. Alright, I think that sort of comes in clutch for us because this allows us to recover a Bicycle. I could go for a Quick Ball here, but I just feel like we need cards to work with. So I'm going to Bicycle for 4, see what we draw into. Nothing terribly great, but at least we have more cards to work with. Going to go with the Farewell Letter once more. There's a Recycle that's pretty good. Going to play the Recycle. Hits Head, so I'm going to recover a Scoop Up Net. Scoop Up Net it's better than PlusPower in this scenario because Scoop Up Net also gives us the option of Scoop Up Netting a Dragonite-EX, whereas if we played PlusPower, we would only do 10 more damage. But with Scoop Up Net, we also have the option of Scoop Up Netting a Zigzagoon, which is in a sense just another PlusPower. So see what we draw into. There's a Scoop Up Net, that's fine. Let's use another Farewell Letter, see what we draw into. There's a Beauty, that's really good. See 2 new cards. There's an Ultra Ball, a Super Scoop Up. Gonna play the Super Scoop Up here. Hits Heads, that's great. Scoop Up Net the Zigzagoon I think was fine. Bench this Zigzagoon once more, ping our opponent for 10 more damage, use propagation here. How much are we hitting? We've played 3 plus power, so we're hitting 90, 160, 150, I think. Yeah, we just need 10 more damage, I think. Do we 90? No, we need 20 more damage. That's right. I'm gonna go with the Ultra Ball here. Do we have a Zigzagoon left in deck? We do not, but we have plenty of options to work with in this deck that allow us to add more damage. So I'm gonna go with this Unown first before I do anything else. So going to Unown for 1. There's a Bicycle, that's really good. And draw this here. We can Bicycle for 3. See what we draw into. There's the Hypnotoxic Laser. And that's at 10 damage. We can Scoop Up Net a Zigzagoon for 10 more damage, and we're gonna be donking our opponent's Tapu Lele GX for the dub with Donk. So that is very nice. We can even draw through our entire deck here, just showing the power of Dragonite, just giving us cards when we need it. We can ping our opponent for 10 more. Use a Scoop Up Net, Zigzagoon for 10 more damage. And at this point, we've won the game against our opponents. Against whatever our opponent was playing. It's not gonna matter. We're gonna use Fast Rate here, take a KO on our opponent's active Tapu Lele GX for 100 more damage. And that's gonna do it for the games with Donk. Pretty short video because we are playing Donk after all. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, remember to have a good day, stay safe, and peace out.